Okay, 2.4, we're going to write equations for quadratic functions. We've already done some of this with the graphs, but this time it's going to be using given information. And the main two formats we're going to use is vertex form, which is useful when they give you a vertex. And then intercept form is useful when they give you the x-intercepts. So for the first example, they're going to give us a vertex and a point. Since they're giving us the vertex, we're going to end up using this format. Okay, so it says write the equation of a parabola with the vertex 2, 4. So that's going to be my h and my k. That passes through the point 0 and 16. They have to give me one other piece of information. So let's start with what they gave me. I know I'm using vertex form. So it's going to be f of x equals a times x minus, what's h? 2 squared plus k plus 4. Okay, so I have the vertex is 2, 4, right? 2 up 4. Now I need to find the a value for this to be a particular equation. Okay, this is the reason they are giving me the extra point. So it passes through some point that we're going to call x and y. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in to solve for a, and it's going to look weird, and then it's going to be okay. So a. Okay, where the x is, I'm plugging in 0. Minus 2 squared plus 4, and this is going to equal to the y value. The y value is 16. Okay, now even though this looks funny, we're going to solve it the way it looks because it'll make it easier. Okay, a times 0 minus 2 is negative 2 squared. Okay, let's go ahead and minus this 4 to the other side. So I'm going to get 12. Okay, negative 2 squared is positive 4. A times 4 is 4a. So I got that a equals 3. Now what does that have to do with anything? Okay, I'm going to take my a is 3 and put it right here, and then I'm going to have my particular equation done. So f of x equals a is 3, x minus, I already had a 2 here, and then I had plus 4. Okay, this is a particular equation. The only thing left in it is x and y. I just used my point and my hk and I solved for a. Let's try the next one now that you've kind of seen how to do it. Okay, write the equation of a parabola that passes through the point negative 1, 2 and has a vertex negative 3, 9. So my vertex is negative 3, 9. So I'm using vertex form. Okay, I made it f of x equals. If you'd rather make it y equals, you could do that too. Let's try it with y equals. Okay, y equals. I don't know a, so I put a there. Okay, this is going to be x minus negative 3, so x plus 3, because if the vertex is negative 3, it's plus 3, squared. K is positive 9. Okay, and that's because my vertex is left 3, up 9, left 3, up 9. Now the second point they give me is for my x and y. That's going to help me solve for the a value. Okay, so let's bring this down. A times, what's x? They gave me negative 1. Everything else is going to stay the same. Plus 9, and then this equals to y. I put it on the right side sometimes, although it doesn't matter. Equals, what's y? 2. Okay, let's evaluate this carefully. I'm going to do the parentheses first. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2 squared. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and minus the 9 over to here. Negative 7. Okay, 2 squared is 4, so this is 4a equals negative 7. If I divide by 4, I get a equals negative 7 over 4. And it's okay that a is a fraction. It's very common, actually. Okay, so let me write the equation out. Y equals a, and then I had x plus 3 and then plus 9. And this is my particular equation. I have the vertex, I have the a value, and I'm good. Okay, try the next two using the same method we just did. Unpause when you're ready to check your answer. Okay, sorry about the fractions. Okay, but for number 1, I got a is 6 over 4, and I did simplify that to 3 halves, divided 2 on the top and bottom. So y equals 3 halves, parentheses x plus 5 squared plus 9. Okay, for the second one, I had a equals negative 2/4. I divided the top and bottom by 2 to make it negative 1/2. So y equals negative 1/2, parentheses x minus 1 squared minus 4. Okay, for the next example, we're going to write an equation given the x-intercepts in a point. So I'm using intercept form, which is the one where it has an a, and then it has the intercept and the intercept. Okay, so for part A, it says write the equation of a parabola with x-intercepts 4, 0, and 2, 0, passes through 5, 7. Okay, so let's start with that. Y equals a. Okay, if the x-intercept is 4, it must have been x minus 4, so that when I solve it, I get positive 4. Okay, if the intercept is 2, it would have been x minus 2, and then when I solve it, I get positive 2. Okay, now I'm going to use this for x and y to solve for a. So a times, what's x? 5 minus 4, what's x? Still 5. 5 minus 2, and then what is this equal to? It equals to y. What's y? 7. Okay, and don't let the parentheses freak you out. A times 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3, is 7. So 3a equals 7. So a is 7/3. I'm going to go back and write my equation. So y equals 7/3. And then my x-intercepts, or my factors, were x minus 4 and x minus 2. And this is a good equation. Okay, the next one's similar. We'll go ahead and do that one. Okay, write the equation of a parabola with, and they gave me x-intercepts again, negative 3 and 4. So I need to use the factored form. Y equals a times, if the intercept is x minus 3, this must have been x plus 3. If the intercept is positive 4, this must have been x minus 4. Okay, now how do we get a? We have to plug in for x and y. Okay, so a times, what's x? 1 plus 3 times 1 minus 4. This should equal to the y value. What's the y value? 40. Okay, and even though I know this looks weird, it ends up being easier. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 minus 4, negative 3. So negative 12a equals 40. A is negative 40 divided by 12. Can we simplify this? Yes, please. What can we divide it by? 4. Negative 10. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So negative 10/3. Okay, and then that's my nice equation. Don't worry about the a being a fraction. We just don't do it when we, what's it called, graph it a lot, because we just don't want to graph it. But when we're writing an equation, we don't mind fractions. Okay, try the next two. Unpause when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, for number 3, I got y equals 5 times quantity x plus 2 times quantity x minus 2. For 4, I got a to be 4 over 55, so it was y equals 4 over 55 times x minus 5 times x minus 11. Okay, and then example 3 is just a refresher of what we did before, where you had the graph. When you are given the graph, they often give you the vertex. So in this case, the vertex is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, is 3, 4. If you know the vertex, we're going to use vertex form. Let's see. Now for the a value, we got that from the graph, so we didn't actually have to solve for it. So for this first one right here, I go right 1, down 1. If I'm going right 1, down 1, a is negative 1. So my function is negative x minus right 3, and then up 4. Okay, if you've already done the next one, great. I'm going to do it while you're working on it. Oh, it's labeled negative 3, negative 4. So y equals, what's my a value? Right 1, up 2. A is positive 2. 2 times left 3, down 4.